All right. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Chakwadash. Give a double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations towards Jehovah Let's be pushing us truth. Honor brother Zakaria, coming at you from the GMS camp in the church. And as you can see, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Chakwadash, I'm back at it with another lesson. Okay. Now today's lesson, we're going to continue on in that Ezekiel 37, starting at verse 13, and Lord willing, we'll go all the way down to verse 16 within this lesson. Okay. So again, Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. Now we're gonna start from the top. This is Ezekiel 37 and verse 13. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, when I have opened your graves. It's like these animals. Sit. Alright, it's like Ezekiel 37 and 13. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, when I have opened your graves. Alright, and clearly that's what we're saying. Alright. If you fully believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, and the Lord allows you to see this actually happening, hey, that's a beautiful thing, okay? Because a lot of our own people are really not that spiritual, all right? They've been living in carnality all their life, so they can't see the sifting of Israel. They can't see the great awakening of the Hebrew Israelites, the true Hebrew Israelites, all right? Which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? The whole 12 tribes of Yasharallah, all right, of Israel. All right, so when I have opened your graves, O my people, all right, and as you can see on the screen right here, I already have this word people highlighted, all right? So who are the Lord's people? All right, remember, the Lord, he didn't give the commandments, all right, the laws, statutes, and commandments to the whole world, all right? He only chose one group of people, a specific family upon the whole earth that he was going to be with, all right? That these laws, statutes, and commandments was going to be given unto, all right? So we're going to just drop it right here. We're going to stop right here. Okay, and we're gonna go to the book of Amos right quick. Bear with me 1 second. Amos 3, and start from the top. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel. All right, again, which are you 12 tribes? Matter of fact, so to have this pulled up, as you can see right here, the Lashwa Kodash. We're going to go to a page where it shows the 12 tribes right quick. All right, so the 12 tribes of Israel, starting with Judah, all the way down to Issachar. All right, the 12 tribes of Yasharallah. All right, started with Judah, Benjamin, Levi, which contains the southern tribe. And then the rest started with Ephraim on down, okay? Because Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern tribe, all right? Hey, these are the 12 tribes of Israel, man. All right, it's only pertaining unto you people. Okay, so let's go back. Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you. And yes, a lot of our people don't even want to hear the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, which can restore you. All right, not know any old thing, man. It's going to restore you life. All right, the correct way of living, so you could be delivered up out of this place. It says, "O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying," and yes, okay, because that was really our first captivity, all right, when we fled into the land of Egypt. Continuing on in verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Yes, okay, so what is this God love everybody is coming from? Okay, what is this, God have love for the so-called white man, God have love for the so-called Asian man. All right. Now, again, it's not all about skin color. You got Hebrew Israelites who's been scattered within these other nations. All right. They may look like the other nations, but they're really Hebrew Israelites. Okay. But if you can receive this word, hey, 10 times out of 10, man, hey, your line might go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Okay. Because this is not about a skin color thing. All right. If you fit those curses, and if you really understand this word 100% with all truth and sincerity, hey, man, very well, you might be a Hebrew Israelite, okay? And thank Yahweh Shema Shah for opening your spiritual eyes to see, man. Okay? So continuing on, matter of fact, we read in verse 2, Amos 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all of your iniquities. All right? And what was one of the main punishment that has happened between the southern kingdom? All right, let's go back to this chart. The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Captivity, slavery. All right? The Atlantic slave trade. Okay? We've all fell up under captivity under Esau, Edom. All right? First and foremost. And his companions, which are these other heathens. Because these other heathens, the elite of these other heathens, they've joined forces, all right? They've joined hand in hand with Esau, Edom to cut us off from being a nation, all right? To keep us at a lower state, okay? To keep us separated to the best of their ability from our power, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, okay? Now, that's why it's very, very important, as we're going through Ezekiel 37, to actually understand what's going on, because what's actually taking place and what's going on within our lifetime is that we see the southern and the northern tribe being brought back together under Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay? Which is a part of prophecy. Meaning a thing that we knew not once upon a time ago, and now we understand that we're being brought back together. Alright? And that the Lord is making us into lively stones to restore David upon his throne and to restore the house of Israel. Okay, under Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, especially when he come back to establish the kingdom of heaven. All right, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all of your iniquities, all right, all of our transgressions. Okay, one of the first commandments is thou shalt not serve any God before me. Matter of fact, let's just get that. Is Exodus right quick. I was just roughly paraphrasing it, but we're actually going to get it. Exodus 20. And this is what we was going over recently at camp as well. I'm going to just start at verse 2. It's Exodus 20 and 2. I am the Lord, Yahweh thy power, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Okay, remember, we just read something similar to this. All right, back in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. Or was it in Amos? Matter of fact, let me see right quick. Before I even continue on, let me see. Amos 3. Yeah, Slacky, it was Amos. Starting from the top right here. So let's go back. This is Exodus 20 and 2. Rereading it. I am the Lord, Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Okay? In other words, captivity. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Okay? And that's what we fall short all the way to this day. Okay? Now, I'm not concluding us, because the Wadi Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, that he revealed his true name unto us, we ain't serving no other gods no more. But you can still see a big chunk of our people, the 2/3, serving these other gods. Hell, even the 1/3 is still praising these other gods, man. But as you can see, there's a great sifting going on. There's a great awakening going on, all right? We can see more and more Israelites being woken up to the fact that there are Hebrew Israelites and that their true power is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, for those who can accept that, okay? Because you're going to have Israelites, they're going to know they're Israelites, but they still want to call on Jesus Christ. They still want to call on Yeshua, Yahuwah, Ahaya, Jehovah, and all other types of names, man, which are not the true names of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Now, that's his true name, okay? Now, continuing on, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So, this is one of the main reasons why we was in the land of Egypt in the first place, in the house of bondage, okay, captivity, because we couldn't even do that, man, all right? People worshiping the, golden calves, graven images. Like today, you got people worshiping these celebrities, man. All right, they have a big old picture of Caesar Borgia in their house. Okay, that is not of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. All right, so I'm not trying to be far-fetched or anything like that. But let's actually go back to Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. Bear with me. See, it's Ezekiel 37:13. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, when I have opened your graves, O my people, all right, Israel, and brought you up out of your graves. As you can see, that's going on heavy right now. Okay, you have more and more people waking up to the fact that that our power true name is Yahweh Shem Shai, and that they're starting to understand their heritage again. All right, which is of the scripts. All right, the very same Bible within your possession that a lot of you people do not read. All right, continuing on in verse 14, and shall put my spirit in you. All right, and really, where do your spirit lie? How can I word this? Your spirit is really your heart within your la'ah, man. Okay, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that's where you receive it, man. Okay, it says, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I am the Lord Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay, now I know I kept mentioning Baruch the 2nd chapter, and we might as well just get that. So this is Baruch 2. We're going to go all the way down to verse 29. This is Baruch 2:29. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. Again, remember what I mentioned earlier within the video. We are scattered, the Hebrew Israelites, because we've been under captivity, man. Okay, we've been getting our asses handled to us. All right, that's a part of the curses. That's part of the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, judgment, punishment, because we all went off. Okay, continuing on, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. Yes, our people is hard-headed. We was once hard-headed too. Okay, but through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua's grace and mercy, who was able to kindly and receive this, man, receive this message, receive this new psalm, receive this gospel. Okay, which was music to our ears, man. All right. And peep that I said ears, because you have to hear the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Start from the top at verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a very stiff-necked people, But in the land of their captivities, aren't we not still in the land of our captivity? Okay? Forget your Ferraris and your Bentleys. Forget a mansion. We're still giving taxes to these devils, man. Okay? Everywhere you go on each block, who owns that BP? Who owns that Chevron? Who owns that Shell gas station? Heathens. All right? And these other stores all around us, man. We are still in captivity. Okay? But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Now we're remembering ourselves. Now we're remembering our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all the way on down. Okay? Now we're remembering ourselves that we're Hebrew Israelites. Okay? Now we are remembering ourselves, okay, remembering our power who chose us, which is a beautiful thing. Okay, verse 31, and shall know that I am the Lord their power. So now we will understand that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is our only and true power. And how do we know that? We have plenty of examples, all right, we have testimonies, okay. We can clearly see the heavenly signs of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We didn't see these heavenly signs through Jesus Christ. We didn't see heavenly signs through Jehovah. But we seen wickedness that came with those names. But we don't see no wickedness coming from the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay? We see true power. We see grace, long suffering. All right? The Lord giving us many gifts, man. The Lord's bringing in more and more fruit. We see the beauty of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, not the beauty in these other guys. Okay? Verse 31, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart. Oh, there go the word heart again. Your la'ab, your spirit, and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. When you go into this word think right here in verse 32, when you type that word on the online etamon, it goes into meditation and considering. We already understand, according to Isaiah, that 2/3 of our people do not consider Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, that's why he compared us to two simple animals. All right, to an ox and a donkey, man, an ass. All right, because they know of their owner, but once upon a time ago, we didn't even know who our power was, man. All right, verse 33. In return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, and they shall remember the way of their fathers, which have sinned before the Lord. Excuse me. Verse 34, and I will bring them again into the land. There it is right there. Okay. The Lord said he was going to do this. The Lord made an oath, a promise to us that he was going to do this. Okay. Until the land which I promised, there it is right there, with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Okay. So eventually we're going to go back to our homeland, man. We ain't going to be over here in this westernized society. Okay. We ain't going to be seeing a lot of our people eating fucking noodles. Excuse my French. Eating noodles. All right. Smoking Newports. Getting tattoos every day. Looking all, Remember, the fashion of this world is going to pass away. All right. Continuing on, verse 35. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them. All right. Which is the second covenant. Because once we fully embody that second covenant, we ain't gonna never go off again. All right, because what's within that second covenant? Those new bodies. Remember, he's gonna put the laws, statutes, and commandments within our inward part. All right. I'm gonna finish this up. Then we're gonna go back to Ezekiel 37. It reads, "And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power." Yes, to be their power, not the whole world power, man. Okay, and they shall be my people. That's persuasive. Possessive. Okay. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land which I have given them. Because remember, we've been treading upon our feet all this time. Okay. Three days and a half. 350 years, man. Okay. And now that we're done treading upon our feet, now we gearing up. We're putting on that spiritual armor and preparing for war, man. Remember, our power is a man of war. We ain't going to see him as a man. None of us are. All right. The scripture says what? And every eye shall see him. Yes, we're going to see those chariots that the whole world we call UFOs. All right. We're going to see the glory of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua causing havoc upon this place, man. All right. Now we're going back to that Ezekiel. Kind of forgot where I left off, but we're just going to reread verse 13. Matter of fact, I started there. Yeah, we're going to reread verse 14. It's Ezekiel 37 and 14. And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live. And I shall place you in your own land, which we just read. All right, that sounds very, very similar to Baruch, the second chapter. We just read it. Then shall ye know that I am the Lord, Yahweh has spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord Yahweh. Okay. Now this is the reunion of Judah and Israel. All right, remember I spoke about the southern and northern tribe being brought back together. This is a reunion. Okay, this word union literally means like unity. Okay, or being brought back together. Means to come back. So we're coming back together, man. Okay, verse 15, Ezekiel 37 and 15. The word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, verse 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, okay, and write upon it. So let's get this word stick right quick. It's the word stick. This look like I to za. All right. So what Sleep
Strong's H 6086. Eights.
Which is incorrect. I believe this is I to za. Now, if you go right here, it says tree, wood, timber, stock, plank, stalk, stick, gallows. Letter A, it says tree or trees. Okay. Now, what has been written upon that stick? What has been written upon that plank? All right. If you watch the camps, you can see each camp has what's called a 12 tribe, a 12 tribe sign or a 12 tribe chart, okay, which is on a what? A stick, all right, or a plank, which is made out of what? Wood. Where do wood come from? A tree. So this is all prophecy, all right. And what's been written upon that plank? The 12 tribes of Israel, the southern and the northern tribe. Okay, so let's go back. Take it one step at a time. I'm not trying to go too fast. This is verse 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, all right, so one plank, all right, a piece of wood, and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel, his companions, all right. This word companions goes back to it's basically like your friend, your inner circle, all right, your neighbor, all right, which are the Hebrew Israelites, because these other heathens, they are outside the temple. Okay, we have no business dealing with these heathens, but that's how we fell off too, serving these other gods, man, following after the ways of these heathens. They're not our companions. Okay, they're not our friends. Remember, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has chosen us, so we deal with each other inside the temple. That's why these other nations, they're outside the temple, man. You can also get that, and I believe it's Revelation the 11th chapter. Let me make sure. Let me just see, because it speaks about it. I believe this is it. Yep, this is on Revelation 11:2. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it was given unto the Gentiles. Now in this case, it's talking about the heathens. And it reads, in the holy city shall they tread under 44 and 2 months, which again, which represents the 3 days and a half, or should I say 350 years. And that's what actually, this is what I was mentioning earlier, man, was treading upon our feet, fleeing away from these people, man, going into captivity, into captivity, into captivity. Now under Esau Edom, this is our last captivity. Call on like Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because we're tired of this, okay? We're trying our best to get right, man. All right, but you know, I just want to bring that out right quick. Let's go back to Ezekiel 37 and continuing on in verse 16. I'm going to start right here. For Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions, then take another stick, okay, and write upon it for Joseph the stick of Ephraim, which represents what? The northern tribe, okay? It's like you, the northern tribe. And then continuing on, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. So yes, man, the southern and the northern tribe being joined back together through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So I'm going to stop it right here, verse 16. The Lord willing, the next video, you know, I can continue on. All right, so again, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. We're going to close out and give all honor and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Chakwadash. Give a double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone once again. And peace, love, and salutations towards your hopeful elect that's been pushing the truth. With that, shalom.